Warning: this video contains subject matter not suitable for children. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello YouTube, Stacy here, back with another video. Today we're covering some of the most controversial tweets from JK Rowling, and we are going to determine whether or not she is a TERF. Let me preface this by saying that I will put everything, as far as my research goes, within links in the description of this video. And let me also preface this by saying I've seen a trans YouTuber by the name of Blair White cover this a bit earlier this year, around the time when it happened. This is a message to her. Girl, do your research and wait for every single bit of research to actually surface. Thanks. Now I'm just going to be reading the tweets surrounding this controversy. And let me also preface this by saying that that JK Rowling might be a little too happy over all this. Let's get on to the tweets, shall we? I love this truly fabulous Ichabod, with its bat ears, mismatched eyes, and terrifying blood-stained teeth. In court, Wolf claimed that the Facebook post in which he'd said he wanted to fuck up some TERFs was just bravado. Hashtag the Ichabod. I don't even know what an Ichabod is. Alright, now here's the row of controversial tweets. Now, this is everything that JK Rowling had said. Let me get into it. If sex isn't real, there's no same-sex attraction. If sex isn't real, the lived reality of women globally is erased. I know and love trans people, but erasing the concept of sex removes the ability of many to meaningfully discuss their lives. It isn't hate to speak the truth. The idea that women like me, who have been empathetic towards, to trans people for decades, feeling kinship because they're vulnerable in the same way as women, i.e., to male violence, hate trans people because they think sex is real, and live the consequences. It is a nonsense. I respect every trans person's right to live in any way that feels authentic and comfortable to them. I'd march with you if you were discriminated against on the basis of being trans. At the same time, my life has been shaped by being female. I do not believe it's hateful to say so. Okay, it seems like JK Rowling has some points here. Now, as a trans person myself, yes, I know that I'm a woman. Of course, I will always be. But being born with both X and Y chromosomes, yeah, I guess that'll stick with me forever. I don't know. It seems, so far, it kind of seems, well, I don't know what to make of it, actually. But honestly, I would be willing to have an intelligent conversation like this, though. However, it does slightly seem like that she's invalidating my identity or something. I don't know. Hmm. Definitely something to keep a close eye on. In recent years, Rowling has made it clear that she can no longer be trusted around children. And JK Rowling responds with, unless you want to hear from lawyers, you might want to rethink that tweet. I'm not wasting time arguing with willful misrepresentations of my views on transgenderism. Your timeline shows that you're not on truth, but making serious an accusation like this comes with consequences. Okay, so far this seems to be leaning towards TERF territory here. Dress however you please, call yourself whatever you like, sleep with any consenting adult who'll have you. Live your best life in peace and security, but force women out of their jobs and for saying that sex is real? With those hashtags right there. Okay, I see why people are saying such. Hold on there. JK Rowling is suddenly extremely worried that trans rights will mean lesbians will be erased. So I did a quick Google search to see how many pages of the Harry Potter books are, and it's 4,224 pages. And then I Googled how many lesbians are in it, and is it possible that queer representation is not, in fact, a great passion of hers after all? And this is a tweet from Anthony Olivia. Sorry, dude, if I butcher your name. From okay, here's another set of tweets here as reactions. It's performative activism that allows her to represent herself as progressive while keeping her films family friendly for the bigots that would undoubtedly kick off at the presence of a gay character. JK Rowling can log on here and tweet Dumbledore was a dumb top all she likes, but the fact remains, she actively leaves out any LGBT rep in her books and films, so her profit isn't affected. Okay, here's a quote from J.K. Rowling. I refuse to bow down to the movement that I believe is doing demonstrable harm in seeking to erode women as a political and biological class and offering to cover predators like few before it. I stand alongside the brave women and men, gay, straight, and trans, who are standing up for freedom of speech and thought, and for the rights and safety of some of the most vulnerable in our society. Young gay kids, fragile teenagers, and women who are reliant and wish to retain their single sex spaces. Okay. Okay, I could see why people think she's a TERF. In order to justify supporting Maya, Rowling makes a claim about Maya's case, which is very easily shown to be false. Maya is unequivocal that she would. Okay, Maya was unequivocal that she would respect trans people as a courtesy, but reserve the right. I quote Maya's own evidence in the court to misgender us. And then JK Rowling responded at some point to whatever tweet saying, I'm afraid your lawyers might need a little more than my tweet in support for Maya Foster, who believes that humans are a dimorphic species, but who has stated her unequivocal commitment to treating trans people with respect. Again, I must ask you to provide evidence. Okay. My daughter, who is trans, is a big fan of yours. Okay, this is from Amanda Jet Knox. Okay. My daughter, who's trans, is a big fan of yours. It breaks my heart to see you post something indicating that discrimination against her is perfectly fine behavior as an employee. The world's most credible medical organizations affirm trans people. Please catch up. People who menstruate. I'm sure there needs to be a word for those people. Someone help me out. Wombad? Wombad? Opinion. Creating more equal post COVID-19 world for people who menstruate. Trans culture is seeking the loved author of your generation. Like a transphobic tweet from a troll account, which has repeatedly called you a man. Okay, yeah, that just goes too long. Okay, and here's more reactions here. I grew up as a trans child regarding your books as an escape. I would often pick out names from characters to give to myself before I felt comfortable in who I was. The decision to support people that hate me and want to do me harm, it brings me to tears. Why? Why? From Jamber here. Thank you, JK Rowling, for being a TERF and actively being bigoted against the community and me. A community me and many of my friends are in. Thank you, Twitter, for not banning her. And also, here's one here. I hope y'all know that I was being sarcastic. Emma Watson responds with trans people who they say they are and deserve to live their lives without being consistently questioned or told that they aren't who they say they are. Alright. History will not be kind to TERFs who seem to think being trans is a trend, despite the fact that we've always existed and will continue to exist. Mark my words, these are the same kind of people who campaign to remove gay men from schools. Time will reveal them. From Bonnie Wright. If Harry Potter was a source of love and belonging for you, that love is infinite and there to take without judgment or question. Trans women are women. I see and love you. Bonnie. From Rupert Grant. I firmly stand with the trans community and echo the sentiments expressed by many of my peers. Trans women are women, trans men are men. Alright, and here's the last source here. If you want to see what Daniel Radcliffe had to say about this, link is in the description. I don't think that she said what she said was offensive, really. I don't know why, but there's a whole Twitter generation of people who hang around waiting to be offended. They wouldn't have won the war, would they? That's me talking like a grumpy old man. But you just think, oh, get over yourself, wise up. Stand up straight and carry on. I don't want to get involved in all that shit with all that, because all the hate mail and all that shit, which I don't need at my time of life. Robbie Coltrane said as of recently, and this, folks, is where I will say to you, have a good day.